fuck me. I am exhausted, but welcome to the podcast, episode 2. We still don't got a name. Actually, no, Cap, that's Cap. We do have a name now.
Yeah, we do.
Welcome to the podcast, Slavsky.
Hell yeah.
With your host, myself, Justin, and our co-host, what are we calling you, by the way?
Mate. Gorgo.
Gorgo?
Yes.
Gorgo? Aye, bet. Sounds good. Alright, so, honestly, something that we could actually start talking about, since, we're still at the early stages of this podcast, is, little, instead of introductions, like, that's what we did last time, right?
Yeah.
Now we could actually talk about, for example, like, how we met, which, honestly, I'm not gonna lie, it's honestly a pretty interesting story.
Fam, that story in general just slaps. Like, it's surreal. It is surreal. Like, the circumstances that, like, came to us meeting, it's kind of... to be honest, I hated you from the start, mate. I hated your fucking guts. Alright, so on the down low, right? So, I'm 14 years old. 14, 15, something like this. By the way, we're 20 years old now. Well, I'm nearly 20. But this was like 5 years ago where we're fucking kids at this point, right? And teenagers, mate. You know, hormones going left and right. I'm 14 at this point. I have a girlfriend at this point. I'm satisfied with life at this point. So, my girlfriend goes on a holiday or vacation, as you say in Canada.
On a
cruise, right? Yeah. So
in the Caribbean.
Yeah, in the Caribbean, right. So they're on this cruise, right? And one of her, like, family friends that was with her on that holiday, I think she, like, bumped into your mother.
To give context on my end, because, I mean...
You were there. Yeah, you were there.
Yeah, I was literally there, right? So, context, right? For example, so me and my fam, we decided to go on a cruise for the first time in our life, and we're like, damn, cruises are for like rich people and shit, right? And you know, we basically from the hood of Canada, Montreal hood. You already know, LP squad represent. Anyway, so we thought that cruises were actually for like rich people and shit, until my mom actually looked it up, and like cruises actually, like, for what you get, it's actually cheap as hell. Like, I don't know, it's like the same price for a normal, like, vacation, I guess. Like, I don't know, like, you spend in a week's worth of vacation to go somewhere, you spend maybe like $2,000 maybe in total, and that's pretty much how much a cruise costs, maybe even less.
Right.
And on a cruise, you get like 24/7 food and drink service, drinks free all week long. You're visiting a whole bunch of different countries and islands and shit.
Right.
And a whole bunch of different activities on the cruise itself that's free. Anyway, so that's the reason we decided to go on a cruise as a family vacation, right?
Yeah.
So we head up on the cruise, and then like, obviously my mom is like super like hyperactive person, right? So me and my dad are like, it's day 2 of the cruise. Me and my dad are knocked out KO on the cruise, bruh, in the hotel room. My mom's awake like 4:30 in the morning. She's wide awake, bro. She hopping up on the deck of the cruise,
having something to drink. Yeah.
No. She's trying to get those
sunrise.
Yeah, the sunrise pics, you know?
Yeah.
Because, like, you know, we're in the middle of the ocean. Well, not in the middle, but, like, we're in the ocean, no land, you see the sunrise. So she just wanted to get those nice pics. And she's taking pictures there, and obviously there's a few other people there doing pretty much the same thing. And then there's this dude, this older man goes up to my mom, and he's like, in English, obviously, he asks my mom, like, yo, do you know if we need our passports when we're entering on the different islands and shit? Because imagine the cruise ship leaves from the United States, and then we're going to different countries within the Caribbean and South America.
Right, but doesn't that... hold on. Doesn't that all... Oh, actually, no, you just... you just said South America, because I was just about to say, isn't the Caribbean part of the US, or like a territory or something?
It's a little complicated. Like, Cuba is, and the rest are like, I don't know, they're all different countries, but they're slightly pretty much... It's the same thing like Canada, England, you know? Like, they're part of the same thing, but they're different countries. Anyways, whatever. That's not the point, right? So we asked my mom if we needed passports, and my mom was like, oh, I don't know. We were on a cruise for the first time, so we're not sure ourselves, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, I bet whatever he skirts, he leaves. Fast forward to the next day when we're actually on the island. We're walking around the island, and 14 or 15-year-old me, I don't even know how old I was at the time, right?
15, probably. You're a bit older than me.
Yeah, like, I don't know, like, not even a year older than you, but whatever, right? I'm just walking around, and I mean, the whole family's walking around on the island, right? And I see a guy talking in Czech on his cell phone, right? Talking to someone. And I'm like, oh shit, that's Czech. I recognize it. At the time, for me, it was kind of hype hearing other like Czech people not in the Czech Republic, you know. So I was like, yo, mom, check that out. That dude's talking in Czech. And guess what? It was the exact same dude who was
talking to your mother,
who talked to my mom on the deck, but he kept talking on the phone, and I kept telling my mom that she should go up to him, but he kept talking on the phone, so it was like she didn't want to disturb him, so she's like, whatever. If it was meant to be, we're gonna meet him again. So we're like, hey, whatever, done. So we walk away. Fast forward the next morning again. My mom there's 4:30 a.m. trying to get those sunrise pics,
and he pulls up.
The older dude is on the deck again, chilling with his coffee alone, and my mom was like, damn, this old guy. He's probably on this cruise by himself, and he's like, he's from Czech. He's no friends. He's on the Caribbean by himself. My mom felt bad for him.
All right.
So she goes up to him and like asks if he speaks Czech, and like they start talking in English, and he's like, yeah. So they start talking, right? And so my mom finds out in that conversation, that guy is from the exact same city that my mom was born and raised in. By the way, my mom is Czech. For context, right?
Right.
The guy was born and raised and lives in the exact same city as my mom did back when she lived in the Czech Republic in Olomouc. So that was pretty hype. Second of all, my mom actually knew the guy from that he was the ex-husband of one of my mom's good friends back in the day.
Bro, it feels
so
what the fuck?
And they never
that's like mad coincidence though. That's like mad coincidence.
For real. They never actually met each other. So my mom didn't realize it was him until he started describing what he did, blah 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 blah. And she's like,
that shit's whack, bro. You're this guy, and he's like,
yeah. And they started showing pictures, and she's like, oh shit, that's actually you. Anyways, and we find out that he was not actually alone on the cruise, and he was actually there with another like 15 other Czech people on the cruise, like friends, family, and shit like that. It's just that every time we saw the dude before, he was always by himself, right? So he invites us to dinner, right? And at the dinner, obviously all the other Czech people that were with him are there too. We're all eating, getting to know each other, talking, blah, blah, blah.
And that's where you meet my ex-girlfriend.
Yeah, at the dinner, right?
Right.
And I see this girl, this blonde chick. I'm like, damn.
Hey, no, that's taking it too far, bro.
I bet. So I was just like, damn, look at that girl. I'll go talk to her because she looks like the same age as me. So I'm like, hey, whatever. And because everybody else was there, all the other kids, all the other like children were like either like at the time they were like 8 years old, 9 years old, or like 30. So no one was really my age except for that girl. So I was like, hey, bet, whatever, I'll talk to her. So I go up to her, we start talking, blah blah blah, and then we ended up becoming like good friends on the cruise, right? We kept in touch. We get off the cruise ends. We kept in touch, right? She goes back to Czech. I go back to Canada. I was living in Canada at the time, right? And we just kept in touch, right? And then the next summer,
you pull up.
The next summer I go to the Czech Republic on vacation with my mom, right? And I was there for like a month, maybe. I don't even know how long I was there. It doesn't matter, right? And obviously, since I kept in touch with that girl that I met on the cruise,
we're gonna go out. Yeah.
I was like, yo, what's good? We should see each other. I'm in the country. Let's link, right? And she's like, I bet. And that she'll also introduce me to her boyfriend. I'm like, yeah, sure.
Hello, that's me, by the way. Hello. The funny part is that she was just like, oh yeah, he speaks English as well. And then we got to the table.
Exactly,
we had this massive fucking. I don't even think I said hello to you, mate. We just sat down. I just had a massive fucking argument with her. And then you're just there, like, third wheel. You're just like, yeah.
Nah, I wasn't third wheel, because this is what happened. She was like, yo, I'll introduce you to my boyfriend. He's English as well, blah, blah, blah. And when we actually met up at the cafe or restaurant or whatever, you also brought along your
I had
English
some
friends.
girls over from England, and she didn't
Yeah,
like
at the
that.
time.
That's why we were arguing, is because I have like childhood friends that coincidentally are female, and they often come over. One of them has a child now. Fun fact. Anyways, yeah, she's the same age as me. Has a child. Anyways, yeah. What happened?
And yeah, we were at the cafe.
I remember. We, I was like translating the fucking menu or some shit, and she was doing the same to you. And then we got into this big heated argument, and we just spammed each other in Czech because at the time you didn't understand jack shit. They didn't understand.
Cap.
Okay, actually, okay, you might have understood, but they didn't.
I was just shit at talking.
Yeah, okay.
I understood.
Okay,
I was just really shit at talking, though.
Okay. And we got into this heated, massive fucking argument, and it ended with me and my friends just dipping, and then you two dipped as well.
Yeah.
And then
legit.
That was like the last I saw of her, pretty much. Except for I smacked the shit out of this one guy at like a festival that we were at the same festival. We were supposed to go to this festival together. She bought tickets for us, and then she went with some other dude from Stumberg that I was good friends with, and then he like snaked me and went with her, and then I beat the shit out of him at the festival. And then his parents like came up to me and had to like hold me back whilst I was like on top of him smacking the shit out of him. That happened. Anyhow, let's continue a bit. 4 years later, 4 years later. No, yeah. We've known each other for a year and something now.
Oh yeah.
So yeah. It's been a year and something. So I because I keep thinking it was last summer, but it wasn't. It was pre-summer because it was like COVID. Like we just didn't go to school. So I got a job working in a supermarket store, right? And I was going through my phone, got my AirPods in, doing the, like the rounds, and I'm just like, hey, Scam, I still follow this fucking ex-girlfriend Canadian dude. And I go on your profile, and I see that you're in the country. I'm like, Scam, hey, bro, like, we can link up or some shit. So I started messaging you, and you're just like, hey, who the fuck is this bum? What does he want?
I had no clue. I had, honestly...
Yeah, you didn't remember me, did you?
The thing is, at the time...
Yeah.
At the time when you started texting me, I noticed that you were following me.
Yeah.
And out in my head, because I remember a few times, I do this like once every like year or like half a year. I just like unfollow a bunch of people that I don't talk to or whatever, right? And I remember I saw you there, and I'm like, who the fuck is this nerd? He has some anime profile.
What the fuck do you
anime
mean?
profile picture, bro? I was like, what the? Who is this guy? Unfollow. I don't know him. I don't care who this guy is.
Ridiculous.
I had no idea. And then after that, you started texting me in English. I'm like, who the fuck? I had no clue who you were, bro. I was bamboozled, like, for real, bro. And you kept talking to me. I'm like, bro, who is this man? Why does he keep talking to me? And then, yeah, you could take it from here. Take it from here, bro.
I texted him. I spammed the shit out of him. I was a lonely motherfucker, not gonna lie. And I was like, hey, we can link up, yada, 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 yada. And you're just like, I bet. And you pulled up. And we just, like, not clicked, but it was that sort of, like, pre-click where we had a lot of shit to talk about. And
yeah, we had a lot of things.
Like,
a lot of common things. See, the thing is, I have the same type of thing with, like, girls, I guess.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I meet up with them. Yeah, we could, like, we could have a lot of things in common and talk the whole time, or, like, it could really go well. But, like, for me, I have to always wait till I actually, like,
get to actually
the person,
yeah,
to know them,
like get the mentality.
Like, yeah, even though I know about a whole bunch, even if you tell me a whole bunch of shit about you,
I don't know you.
I don't know you. You know, like there's got to be always like a moment or like a thing or a day like that you actually get to know the person.
Oh yeah, and I think
that was the first day for us though.
Yeah, that was like the first day. Like we instantly clicked. We like talked about fucking Naruto and shit. That's pretty much the whole discussion. Was like League of Legends was like hot topic, where you basically like spammed me with like, oh, Rumble is the best champion in the game. I have like 1 million fucking points on Rumble. Wow. I was like, okay, Rumble's shit, but whatever. And then we like started talking about like anime and shit, and like that was like the first link. Like we like linked up and like fucking spoke about that. And then out of nowhere, I think we saw each other a couple of times in between, but it wasn't like such a strong clickety click.
Yeah,
But then
yeah.
out of nowhere, someone dipped on you, and you were like, "Hey, like everyone snaked me, bro. Like, you want to come to Prague with me?" I was like, "Yeah, fuck it, bro. Like, why
Why
not?"
was I going to Prague?
Yeah,
Do you
yeah.
remember?
You're gonna go get your Jordans because they didn't have them in stock here.
True. I wanted to buy
Yeah,
Jordans.
yeah.
That's
The
true.
lows, the lows.
True.
Yeah, yeah. So
Yeah,
we
yeah,
went to
yeah.
Prague
That's
to
true.
do that. And whilst in Prague, on the train ride, we met this like really nice couple. The guy was actually English, so we had like a lot of shit to talk about with them as well. We like, had like a really like deep discussion with them. And then we got off and we walked around like the Venceslav Square, where like most of the shops are. Went around, looked around,
Yeah,
did some
the
shopping.
main Prague
Yeah,
square.
yeah, yeah. And it was just like a fun day, and we like spoke about a whole bunch of like personal shit and that, and we like actually like as I said at the start, we clicked at that first time we met, but it wasn't that clickety clickety click. You know what I mean? Where it's like you actually click, you get to know that person on like a deeper level.
True. It's kind of like yeah, you on the first time or first few times you meet someone, you're like yeah, okay, yeah, we click, but like if all of a sudden you stop talking,
Yeah.
you'd be like, I whatever, or like or in your head you'd be like, okay, like I guess they're my friend, but like whatever.
Yeah, 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 yeah. But like from
But
our
like after that like trip, I guess that's when I would actually be able to say in my head, I'm like, damn,
he's a good guy.
I guess he's my friend. Yeah, I guess I could call him a friend, an actual friend.
Ridiculous. Anyhow, oh shit, fuck, bro, I just kicked the fucking bin. My mum's been in my room again, shuffling shit around. I just fucking moved my leg and kicked the fucking bin. Jesus, alright.
But yeah, but the thing is, it's kind of funny. The whole story, what makes it kind of funny is that whenever someone asks us like
How we met.
how we met or when did we meet or how long have we known each other,
You,
the thing
would have
is, I've
thought,
only
no, no,
been
no,
living
hold on,
here.
hold on, hold on,
I've
hold on.
only been living in the Czech Republic for 3 years,
Yeah.
and I always tell them, yeah, I've known Harry for like 5, 6 years, and they're like,
What?
huh, scam? And but that's why the story is
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah, yeah. But the funny shit is, you tried to get with my ex girlfriend, which at the time I don't know, I probably knew it, but I just didn't want to fucking like admit it. But now we're just like, hey, fuck that bitch, bro. You know what I mean? It's gone to the point where we both fucking, well, not hate her, but we just meme the shit out of this girl.
I mean, you meme her, and it's kind of like she kind of texts me sometimes, but I'm just like, okay, why are you texting me?
Yeah, you don't.
Nah, because it's mostly because like our parents still are like close, so it's kind of like
ridiculous.
it's not like I can't really cut
If she
her
pulls
off.
up, if she pulls up to your fucking mum's birthday party, I'm gonna be hella pissed. No, no, no,
Nah,
please
she
don't tell.
probably won't. I mean, nah. Like I can't. I say our parents are close, but they're not that close.
Bro, if they
Maybe,
pull up,
maybe.
bro, please don't tell me they pull up for that. If they meet me there, oh no, they'll.
Nah, they wouldn't. They wouldn't pull up. They wouldn't pull up. They got their whole like whole. I don't know if you know this, but that entire like group of people, like her fam,
Yeah.
and the all the people that were on the cruise, bro, they got like hella like beef now. It's crazy.
Oh, what do you mean?
Whole lot of tea going in that.
Oh, do we wanna bust that out here? I don't think so.
No.
No,
You don't want to buzz that out.
nah,
Their
bro.
whole
Nah,
family,
nah, nah,
their
nah,
whole
we'll get a
fam,
fucking yo.
almost every single family in that group of people, bro, has like bank accounts as big as my phone number, bro. Like,
No. Okay, but what I'm trying to say is, if we start talking about that here, we're gonna get a fucking cease and desist letter.
yeah, no, like I said, they got bank accounts as big as my phone number, fam. I don't want to mess with that. Nah, fam. Nah,
Oh
those
my
are powerful
god.
people.
Yeah, her
It's
grandfather,
dangerous
her
that I even know this.
grandfather is a lawyer, and
Yeah, their whole family's,
yeah,
everybody's rich there.
yeah. They
Everybody.
tried to fucking take me to court when I beat the shit out of that guy.
Obviously,
Uh,
it's
uh,
assault.
it's bruh, it's like ridiculous. I was like drunk as fuck. I was like 16. I was like, don't leave me, and I smacked the shit out of him, and that didn't really help, did it? But anyway, mate. Enough of fucking women, mate, because we're obviously gay for each other. We both know this.
Sorry.
You good?
Yeah, no, it's fine.
You're right. You're right, handsome.
No, I'm fine. I'm fine. It's just that I had a strong urge to say cap. Okay, whatever. Fine. Yeah. Okay,
Talking
whatever. It
about
wasn't that
gay
funny.
people, I had a
It's
nice.
not.
No. All right, no. It's nothing controversial. Don't worry. I had a little bit of a misunderstanding last week. So when we finished our little podcast last week, I actually went to the pilot episode that we did.
Yeah.
I work as a driver, so I went on my trip to Slovenia. Sorry, I drive to Slovenia, and on the
Yeah.
way to Slovenia, I stopped at a rest station in Austria, and I went to I just wanted to go to the toilet, get something to eat, fucking watch some YouTube video or something whilst I eat, just chill out like for 20 minutes, half an hour. You know how it is. Because at that point I've been driving for like 4 hours. I just needed a bit of a break, so I stop.
Yeah.
I sit on the bench, and let me imagine a bench, and in front of this bench is a table, and then in front of that table is another bench facing towards you.
Okay. Yeah.
So I'm sitting down on the bench, and this random guy comes up to me. He sits like right next to me. It's like you're sitting next to somebody in the back seat of a car. That's how close he was. No, not actually, Cav. There's like you have three people in the back seat of the car, and the guy that's in the middle is like super squeezed up on you on the left. So that's how close he was. And so in my head, I'm just like, all right,
a little invasion of privacy.
yeah, like as Rice Gum would put it, you're in my fucking space. Anyways, yeah, fuck Rice Gum. Anyways, this guy sitting next to me, he out of nowhere. Imagine you're like chilling, looking at your phone. He just started touching my hair out of nowhere. So I'm just like, okay, it freaked me the fuck out. Let's be honest, but I was just like, all right, you know what? Let's not give him any attention. He'll probably just go away. Okay. I have a snake tattooed on my right hand, and it was quite hot, so I had a t-shirt on, so the tattoo was fully visible. This man starts like poking the snake, fucking stroking his fingers all over the snake, and I'm just like, at this point, I got up and I said, "What in the holy shit are you doing?" Man looks up at me. He looks up at me like like with those fucking puppy eyes. He's just like, sorry, no English. So I repeat it in fucking German. And I'm like, fucking, was passt? Like, the fuck is going on? Man looks at me, he's like, no Deutsch, no German. I can't fucking remember what I said, bro. It was like an adrenaline moment. And then, in my head, I'm like, well, then where the fuck are you from? Like, he was a bit brown. He looked Romanian, like you have like the gypsies in Czech Republic, like, running around. Like Slavic gypsies, they're mostly Romanian. So,
for context, like those dudes, they basically look like Hispanic people in like the States, but they're not, and they're a lot more brown.
Yeah,
and Hispanic people, I feel like they're cool.
Yeah, they're right.
Gypsies are just not cool. Like they're just weird.
Nah, mate, they're just a bunch of losers that run around in packs and beat the shit out of people. Yeah, okay, back to the story. Actually, no. Before I cut that off, there are a couple of good ones. I have a couple of good gypsy friends. And
there's exceptions to a lot of that, but but it's most of those people are the one, like a lot of the like exceptional like gypsies, I guess you could call them, are the ones that don't hang out with other gypsies. You know what I mean?
True.
Like gypsies who like basically just like leave their like fam or like just don't hang out with other gypsies are usually the ones that are like good gypsies, I guess. Like they end up being like more or less successful, you know?
Yeah. I've literally just moved my mic, so that might have made a bit of noise. Anyhow, back to the story. So what happened is he just looks at me with those little puppy eyes. I'm just like, oh my god, what the fuck's going on now? So he looks at me and he says, Magyar, which in translation means Hungarian. And then I look behind me and there are like 3 fucking Hungarian cars just like parked up. So I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Well, good luck, mate. I don't speak Hungarian. I'm not interested in you. Fuck off. At that point, I finished my meal. I finished my fucking drama alert. I wanted to go take a piss. / go to the toilets, turn right to go to the men's toilets. There's like 10 sleeping bags with blankets and people, like gypsies, sleeping in them.
Yeah.
So in my head, I'm just like, "Hey, nah, man. I really need like I was desperate to take a piss." So I come up to the guy that's like sleeping right next to the door, and I give him a little kick, like not like a kick, like get out. No, it's just like a little friendly nudge, like, "Hey, man, you're in the way. Could you please move?" Man's gets up. He doesn't hesitate, and in German he says, "Hey, give me €2 for coffee." I'm just like, what? What the fuck? What the fuck? I'm like, man, it's 1 a.m. Go to bed. Go to sleep. Go to your thing. Let me go take a piss.
Say go to sleep. Go
yeah,
to bed,
okay,
fam.
cool.
You literally just
woke
woke
the
him
man
up,
up. I
fam.
woke the man up. Anyways, I said, like, let me go take a tinkle and you can go back to bed. I come out, and the guy's still nudging me, like, hey, give me €2. Give me €2. Whilst he's, like, communicating with me, fucking trying to rob me, the guy that was touching me up comes behind me and he, like, grabs my hands, like, behind me. So, like, he's holding my hands, like, behind my back, essentially, at this point. And the guy in front of me swings. He, like, full on just swings. And in that adrenaline heated moment, I didn't know what to do. I kind of pussied out and I just leaned forward. Like, not leaned forward.
Not much you can do when your arms aren't available.
Exactly, true, yes. But I didn't, it wasn't like a lean forward as in, like, yeah, punch me. It was a lean forward as in I'm trying to dodge or, like, duck, right? So I successfully do that, and he doesn't punch his, like, retarded brother or cousin or whatever the fuck that was. He kind of, with the force of the punch, he can't really stop, so he kind of, like, bumped into him. And when he bumped into him, he obviously let go of my hands because he was about to fall. Don't know why he let go. He could have just easily, like, held on and just, like, pulled himself up. Anyways, he let go. I socked the guy in the face, the guy that wanted the fucking €2. He, obviously, I'm a weak ass little bitch, so that does nothing to him. It doesn't even, like, daze him. He's just like, the fuck was that? So I'm like, oh shit, I might have to skedaddle here. So I run to the fucking truck, or van, get in the van, and drive off. I didn't even look what direction I'm going, I just drove off. And that was the first time in my life that I can properly say that I have been sexually assaulted. Because imagine...
I'm not gonna lie.
No, hold on.
That shit...
Like, yeah, it is scary shit. But now, like, imagine you're a girl and that happens to you. You know what I mean? Like, obviously, I defended myself, but if you're a girl, you're not... You know, like, yeah, you're going to defend yourself, but it's not going to be...
Are you calling girls weak, Harry?
No, I'm not calling women weak, Justin. I'm just saying it might be more uncomfortable for a woman.
Well, yeah.
Because
yeah.
You know what, I'm not going to continue that because I'm going to get a lot of fucking feminist people fucking whatever.
Point is, yeah, either way it's traumatic, like, not, yeah, no, it is a traumatic, like, situation.
I wouldn't say traumatic. I mean,
it can,
like,
be,
yeah, it can. It isn't
like,
something that's gonna stick with me for another fucking 10 years. And,
like not you.
Yeah, of course
it wouldn't be. It wouldn't be a traumatic situation for me either. But, like, it's
weird, unusual.
It's not comfortable, that's for sure.
Yeah, it's not comfortable. I was like, not freaking the fuck out, but I was like, the fuck, like, this ain't it. You know what I mean? This ain't normal. I don't know how you do it in Hungary. You, like, sure, you can have your little orgies, like incest orgies, bro, but don't try and rope me into that shit. Don't try and rope me into that shit.
Yeah, I don't know, but, like, that shit only happens here, honestly. Eastern Europe, like, bro, you got them gypsies and shit, but, like, at most shit like that could only really happen in, like, the hood, I guess you could call it, of, like,
never experienced
in NA or even in England, bro. Basically, what's the British word for the hood again? Isn't there a word for that?
I don't think there really is a word for it. It's like, it's mostly okay. Hold on. The most people like that. Well, like, the bad area of town is mostly council houses. So, like, council.
What?
Okay, look. You have normal. No, hold on. In England, you have houses that are owned by people, and then they sell them, and then you actually own that piece of property, that house, right?
Okay.
But then you have council houses where it's owned by the actual town, and if you live there, it's either because you're A, on benefits, or B, you're renting it out. So most of the people that you would expect to be in this so-called quote-unquote hood I'm not discriminating here, but mostly they are minorities, like Pakistani people, or like Polish people.
Yeah, I get that's the hood. That's literally the hood. Yeah, because most of them are immigrants.
Yep.
And the main case for immigrants is that they move out of their country that has a usually worse situation than the country that they are moving into.
But I don't understand that.
America,
they bring that,
Canada,
hold
England.
Hold on. But they just bring that worse situation with them. You know what I mean? Like, imagine that you move to another country for a better life, but you end up being the issue of
because here's the thing:
everyday life.
The ones who are making the issue are not often are they the people who they're not the first generation immigrants. First of all,
oh yeah. The Polish people, good example. No, hold on. I have a good example. The place where I was born, basically in England, is now like littered with Polish people. They like started calling it Little Poland. Products and shops have got Polish labels on them.
Yeah,
it's ridiculous.
I know it. Yeah,
like, little things like that.
Okay, and
no, that's what, no story. Yeah, like it's just packed with these people, and there's so many of them that people just don't see an issue with it anymore. You know what I mean?
Wait, that like
so no, like what you're saying is like the quote unquote hood, right? Then the area where I used to be in that is like you could basically call the whole fucking town a hood.
No.
Yes.
Okay, you're mixing up two different things here. You're mixing up way too many. No. Okay, different. You got confused, fam. Look, the hood, at least in American standards, is a poor neighborhood,
right?
Or usually a poor neighborhood,
with
a high crime rate,
right?
And these hoods are usually occupied by minorities, Hispanics, blacks, or African Americans, I should say,
right?
And well, that's the main cases usually in the States. Obviously, you also got some Slavic ones in there, as like for example some Russians. But what you're talking about are just minority communities, and we had a bunch of that. For example, in Montreal as well, in the region, we had literally there were like small communities of like Polish people. We legit had a little Italy. We had Chinatown, obviously, and a whole bunch of Chinese people were there too. Bro, like legit, there was an Arab communities, fam. Like that's not the hood. That's a different thing. Those are minority communities. That's a different thing than the quote unquote hood.
Right.
Hood is just bad. Is crime. That's a hood.
Right.
Minority communities is a different thing. That's just immigrants doing their thing. Like, leave them alone.
Would you say we have a quote unquote hood here? I don't think we do.
Yeah. What do you want about? Of course we do.
Where? What in Olomouc? Where?
Yeah. Okay, maybe not directly in Olomouc, but for example, if we're talking about the Olomouc region,
Psterov. Oh, Psterov, yeah. Psterov, Jesus,
bro, that's gypsy, bro. You're there. If you could survive a night there,
you're lucky.
You're God.
Yeah,
you're a God. You're lucky.
Yeah. It's like
bro, like that's the hood basically.
Yo, have you seen the film Zombieland?
Yeah, I've seen it.
Yeah. Then the equivalent of that would be fucking Gypsyland, where you're like running around, all these gypsies fucking chasing you, being like, "Hey, give me a wallet."
Oh yeah. yeah. No, for real, bro. Like legit gypsies though sometimes are a different breed.
Oh yeah.
Like I remember once I was walking around in downtown in Olomouc, right? And I don't even know what the hell I was doing. It was like noon. I was hungry. I don't know what I was doing, but I just know I was hungry and I was in town. So like nice. I'll stop by at the pizza shop Poe, right? Po for the English pronunciation, I guess, whatever. I'm just there for some pizza. I just want to get some 2 slices, like satisfy myself and just move on, right? Order my 2 pizzas. I go sit outside on the balcony and just enjoy the sunlight, whatever, and watch the people walking by. I don't fucking know, right?
Yeah.
2 gypsy kids pull up, bro. They got to be like 12, 13, 14 years old at most, fam. They're legit like 120 centimeters tall, 4 foot, fam. Kids. They're kids, fam.
Children.
They sit next to me. Yeah, basically. They sit next to me on the table. They're chilling, talking. I'm like, hey, whatever. I'm eating my pizza, enjoying my day. These 2 kids, legit, broad daylight, in the middle of downtown, on the balcony. This balcony, it's not even a balcony, it's a terrace. So it's on ground level, next to the street.
Wait. You mean a terrace?
A terrace?
Terrace.
Terrace?
Terrace.
Terrace?
Alright,
yeah.
Alright, you're retarded. Continue.
Cool. English people, dumb too. Cool. And
wait, hold on. Wait, fam. We came first, but whatever, continue.
Okay. They're chilling on the terrace, and these 2 kids legit whip out 2 joints. Ooh, and start smoking it.
Nice.
And start smoking it right next to me. There's like hundreds of people walking left and right, and they're just smoking 2 joints right in front of the restaurant, on the terrace, in front of all these people. I'm like, bro, what? Are they serious? Like, they're not even like hiding it. They're like not. They're legit holding it like as if it was a cigarette, bro. They're just enjoying life. I'm like, bro, what, bro? Like, bro, this shit's illegal. Like, okay, like I say it's illegal, but like, I'm not trying to act like a goody two shoes or some shit. But like, come on, like they could at least try being discreet about it. Nah, man, they're legit acting like it's a vape and shit, trying to pull like ghost moves, fam, like doing O's and shit with the smoke. I'm like, bro, it's 11 a.m. in the daylight, fam. Why are you smoking weed in the middle of the city? Like, bro, Gypsy's different breed, fam. For real.
Yeah,
it's the same thing.
They're missing a pair of fucking chromosomes. So I swear down, bro. They're like,
I'm not even
missing.
Like,
yeah,
for
they're
real.
missing something.
legit. When I was in the club once, right, 2 years ago, I was at Club Varna, if you know it, right, and
oh god.
I'm just chilling. Me and my friends were there. We're just enjoying our time at the club. We go outside of the club. A few of them have cigs, right? They're just chilling, right? My friend is sitting on the curb just outside of the club.
Yeah.
A gypsy pulls up to him, no cap, drop kicks him, and walks away, like straight up into his face.
Your friend.
I'm like, yeah, my friend.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, what? Like, no warning, nothing happened. They didn't even see each other before in their life. Man just walks up, runs, drop kicks, and walks away. I'm like, yo, fam, like, me and him were about to throw hands until I saw he walks up in the middle of another gang of like 20 other gypsies. I see guy with a knife. I'm like, nope, we're leaving. We're not about. I don't want to die today. So I'm legit holding him back. Like, man's is pissed. I'm not surprised he's pissed. He just got drop kicked by another like 150 centimeter tall kid, bruh. Like, man's again was like 16 at most. And he just drop kicks a dude. I couldn't believe it. He couldn't believe it. But I didn't want to die. I saw 20 kids, under 20 kids there, bro. And gypsies, they're like,
they don't fuck around. They do not fuck around.
They're legit. They're like bugs, Ram. You kill one, another like 50 of them come out.
No, hold on. It's like a spider that has like the egg on it, and you like.
Oh
yeah. Where you like
for
crush
real.
the egg and like fucking 50 million of them just like pour out.
Yeah, you're like, oh, it's just an egg. It's just an egg. I'm gonna destroy the egg and no more spiders, right? Nah, you crush the egg, boom, hundreds of them come out, bro. And they come out of everywhere. They come out of the garbage can, the alley, the windows, fam. Like 20 of them jump out of the car, fam. It's actually ridiculous.
Oh, it's
fam.
like, yo. Have you seen like the thing where you have like that little tiny car? And the clowns, the clowns come out. They just imagine that, but the clowns are brown.
No, they're literally,
the clowns are brown, and and then hold on, and they have like baseball bats and like knuckle dusters and shit.
That's literally gypsies. Gypsies
with fake Gucci and Louis belts and hats. And
caps. My god! Don't even start me on their fake drip, bro. These gypsies, bro, be walking around as if they're fucking. They're Conor McGregor, bro, with all the drip on them. I'm like, what the? Man, these guys don't even work, and they're walking around with more drip than I've seen in my life. I'm not even capping. Again, I'm in the mall, fam. I'm just walking around. I'm chilling, and I see a kid. Again, he's like 12 years old, and he's walking around with a Supreme X Louis Vuitton hoodie. I'm like, nah, fam. Ain't no
way in hell
that this kid has a Louis Vuitton Supreme hoodie, and he's walking around as if it's a fucking Reebok hoodie that he got at fucking Walmart for $20. Ain't no way, fam. Ain't no way. And this shit it had to be fake. Like, honestly, I couldn't get a close look to see if it was fake or not. But ain't no way this man's walking around with a fucking $1,000+ hoodie. No, I do not want to accept that. And these gypsies, fam, they're always walking around in drip. Gucci shoes, Gucci shirt, Louis Vuitton, fucking Prada glasses, bro. They don't care. They're walking they think these designer brands are like fucking everyday clothes. Makes no sense.
And then they do these like poses on Instagram where they've got their fist up and they're like, "Yeah, I'm gonna knock you out, brother." It's like, and the picture is taken on like a fucking Samsung S3, and it's like fucking pixelated. And
that's true.
And then they post that on Instagram, and they think they're hard, like fucking proper.
Honestly, bro, gypsies. I don't follow any of them on Insta or anything like that. But
mate,
like, I got so many fucking stories with gypsies too. It's actually ridiculous. Same. Again. Like, one more story, bro. Like, I remember I was in the mall again. I'm just chilling, fam. Like, I'm minding my own business. Gypsy kid comes up to me, but this guy is a little older. I think he was probably the same age as me at the time, 18, 19, 17, some shit like that, right? And I'm just chilling. He goes up to me, asking me if he could borrow my phone. No, cap, I'm capping. I was chilling. I was sitting down. He comes up to me, he sits down next to me. I'm like, oh, fam, why you sit? In my head, I'm thinking, why are you sitting next to me, fam? And he just starts talking to me. I'm just like, hey, fine. Maybe I don't want to be mean or racist or anything, so I start talking to him.
Says the black man. He probably thought you were one of his fucking cousins. No offense.
Nah, I had dreads, fam. You can't that's a gift. That's a dead takeaway that I'm not.
Do you know how many gypsies I've seen with dreads? It's kind of cringe.
I've seen none of them.
Oh, in Sternberg, there's quite a couple.
But anyway, so he sits next to me, and I'm like, hey, whatever, I'll talk to him, whatever. I'm not gonna like decline him right off the bat, right?
Yeah, like don't judge a book by its cover, right?
Exactly. So I tried being nice. So we start talking, and then it comes to the actual reason why he sat next to me. He's like, yo, bro, can I borrow your phone? Because I gotta make a phone call. And I'm like, nah, fam. Nah. And then I'm like, in my head, I'm like, but like, and man's look desperate. Man's actually look desperate. So I was like, fine, fuck it.
You know what I do? No. You know what I do in that situation? I ask for their documentation so they can't just like dip. Like I ask for something, like a driver's license or something, so that if he just runs off with it, you can easily just go to the police and be like, hey, this guy stole my shit.
Like, I mean, at the time, I was really debating. I was like, he asked me that, in my head, I'm like, damn, should I give it to him? And then at the same time, I did like a quick scan of his body. I'm like, hey, man's kind of he looks a little fucked up.
To be fair, you're a fucking athlete. You could just...
Yeah, that's literally why I did a quick scan of his body. I'm like, okay, if he runs, like, I'd be able to catch up to him anyways. Like, yeah. Just jump him, trip him, like, whatever, bro. He can get it anyway. He's not in a position to get away that fast.
Exactly.
It's not like we're in the middle of the city. We're sitting down in the cafeteria.
You're really making it sound like he's fucking... How would I say this? Like, covered in blood, has fucking black eyes, has, like, bashed out knees, and is, like, limped towards the table, sat down, and was like, please use your phone.
Nah, but he did have fucked up knuckles. That's true. It looked like he was in a fight earlier that time, and he was telling me how he was in a party in another city away, and he got into a fight and he lost his phone died or some shit like that.
But the thing is, you can differentiate these types of people by the way they talk. Like, did he talk like a nut job, or did he talk like, for example, a normal person you would see on the street?
He talked like a gypsy, like. You know what I mean? Yeah, he talked like a gypsy. More, you know, like all that. Yeah. That's why I was really debating about. I'm like, hey, you know what? Fuck it, whatever. I just gave him a phone, and he didn't leave. Obviously, he stayed at the table. He did his thing, called, blah blah blah, trying to ask if he could get a ride back home from one of his other friends, blah 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 blah, a whole bunch of other shit, right? And after that, he's like, yo, thanks, fam, thanks for lending my phone, really helped, blah blah blah. And I'm like, I bet, thanks. And then he kept talking to me. I was about to leave, and he just kept talking to me. And then at the same time, he was like, yo, fam, you smoke? I'm like, nah, not really. That was a blatant lie, by the way. And
yeah, I mean,
nah, I don't smoke.
I mean, Mans was just trying to repay the debt. You know what I mean?
that's true. That's true. But I was like, nah, I don't really smoke weed. Nah, none of that, you know. And then man's just like, he's like, damn, you want coke? I'm like,
no.
huh? Wait, no, not coke. I'm capping. Meth.
What?
I'm like, you want meth?
What?
I'm like,
that's even
huh?
fucking worse.
So I'm in my head. I'm like, so you asked me if I smoke, and I said no. So you offered me meth. He's like, yeah. I'm like, I legit asked him meth, like actual meth. He's like, yeah. He whips it out of his pocket. A gram of meth.
You should have asked the Cristalli.
Legit, he pulls out a fucking gram of meth up in a plastic bag, in a doggy bag, bro. I'm like, yo, are you insane? He started waving it around as if it was like as if it was his fucking car keys, bro. I'm like, nigga, bro, what you doing, fam? It's meth. We're in a mall, public place, fam. It's like those gypsies who smoking weed in the middle of the fucking city, fam. I'm like, bro, y'all have like, don't you know how to be discreet a bit? He's just waving around. He's like, you want to buy it from me, fam? I give it to you for good price since you borrow me your phone. I'm like, fam, I don't want it. He's like, are you sure, fam? It's really good shit, fam. I just had it before. You want to do it now in the bathroom? I'm like, no, I don't want to do it now with you in the bathroom of a mall. Nah, fam. Nah. At this point, I was getting heated.
Some of these people will be wild, and that's all I'm saying.
Yeah, they are wild, and fam. They're legit offering me meth. I'm like, bro, nah, fam. Like normal people, if you're walking on the street, they ask you, yo, do you have a lighter? Do you have a cigarette? Nah. These people come up to me and they automatically assume that I want drugs, or if they could get drugs for me. I'm like, bro, leave me alone. Legit, more people ask me if I got a gram of weed than if I got a cigarette for them.
Man's out here trying to become a doctor, and society's just like, you got something to smoke? Like,
for real, like it's actually ridiculous.
It's those dreads, bro, because people here, they associate that shit with like stoners.
Well, yeah, I mean,
wait,
yeah.
I'm pretty sure we spoke about this last time.
Yeah, the dread thing, like the two types. You got the ones who got like the fucking fuck, I got a brain fart, bro.
Hippie,
yeah,
culture.
Stoners, hippies, yeah, and those are the ones who usually smoke weed and shit. So yeah, makes sense. But like, still, come on, fam.
Yeah,
come on.
It's kind of funny.
It's ridiculous, bro. But like, honestly, no, I get. I'm like on one end, I'm not even mad because like I do smoke weed, so like I mean they're not wrong, but like, come on, it's ridiculous, bro. I got so many stories about fucking.
So let's summarize this. You're angry about an assumption that is true, but you're still angry that they presumed that you do that, even though that it is true.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're okay. So to summarize that, you're angry that they are judging you based on your appearance.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Yeah, sounds about right. I'm mad at the fact that they're right about their prejudice.
So you're angry that they are right.
Yeah.
That's okay. I'm not gonna take that away from you, man. You do you.
Yeah. You know what? Don't worry about it, fam. Don't worry about the details, fam. But it'll all make sense, man. Honestly, I just realized, bro, I've barely told you any of, like, some of the shit that I've experienced in Canada.
Hey,
like,
bro,
stories from high school, bro.
That's something that we can touch up on next time, my G.
Yeah, for real, bro, like,
we have so much shit to talk about, and we cannot fit all of it in one session. The reason we started this ridiculous podcast is because we can go for about 2 to 4 hours talking about one topic, and then whilst talking about that one topic, we kind of branch into another topic, and then that turns into like a little side topic that is like another hour and 2 hours long. So us doing a 30 to 50 1 hour minute 1 hour long podcast, trying to mash topics in, like we could sit here and make a 5 hour long podcast.
Yeah,
pretty much.
Yeah,
we gotta save it, bro. We gotta milk it to make it.
You gotta milk it till you make it, fam. Yeah, that's fine. All right,
See,
bet.
that's no. You heard it first. Gorgo, 2021. You gotta milk it to make it. I just kicked my bin again.
All right. We're gonna end it off on that note. Milk it till you make it, fam. All right, so that's a wrap for today.
GN.